Jen is 29 years old. She's a waitress. 5 days a week, she's on her feet for 8 hours, carrying plates, memorizing orders, and smiling through it all. She makes $42,000 a year, between her hourly wage and tips. And she has one dream that keeps her going. She wants to buy her first home. Not a mansion, not something fancy, just a place that is hers. But every time she looks at her bank account, $4,500, and then looks at home prices, the gap feels impossible. Is it? Let's find out. Here are Jen's numbers. Jen takes home about $2,900 a month after taxes. But here's the thing about waitress income. It's not consistent. Some weeks are great. Holiday weekends, busy Saturdays. Other weeks are slow, and the tips just aren't there. Her monthly expenses look like this. Rent, her share of the apartment, $750. Car payment and insurance, $420. Groceries and household, $320. Phone and subscriptions, $140. Student loan payment, $210. Going out and personal spending, $380. That's $2,220 a month, which leaves Jen with about $680. Some months more, some months less. She has $4,500 saved, which took her 2 years to put together. Her credit score is 680, decent but not great, and her student loan balance is $18,000 with 6% interest. Jen wants to buy a home. The average starter home in her area costs around $240,000. That means she needs roughly $8,400 for a 3.5% FHA down payment, plus closing costs of another $4,000 to $6,000. She needs somewhere between $12,000 and $15,000 total. She has $4,500. So the question is not whether Jen can buy a home. The question is how long it takes and what she needs to do right now to get there. Here's what's actually standing between Jen and her first home. It's not her income. It's 3 specific things. Number 1, her savings rate is too low. $680 a month sounds okay, but only if all of it goes toward the goal. Right now, most of it disappears. Number 2, her credit score. At 680, Jen can get an FHA loan, but her interest rate will be higher than it needs to be. Every point she adds to that score saves her money every single month for the next 30 years. Number 3, her student loan. At $18,000 and 6% interest, it's not destroying her, but it affects her debt-to-income ratio, which lenders look at very carefully. These are not impossible problems. They are solvable problems, and they have a timeline. Here's Finn's fix. Step 1. Jen needs to treat her home fund like a bill, not a goal, a bill. Right now, her $680 left over disappears into going out, impulse buys, and I'll save more next month. Here's the target. $500 per month goes directly into a high-yield savings account the day she gets paid, not what's left over. First thing. To do that, Jen cuts going out from $380 to $180. That's $200 freed up immediately. She picks up 1 extra shift per month, realistically $120 to $180 in additional tips. Combined, Jen is now saving $500 a month consistently. She already has $4,500. At $500 per month, month 6, $7,500. Month 12, $10,500. Month 18, $13,500. In 18 months, Jen has enough for her down payment and closing costs. 18 months, that's it. Step 2. Jen needs to push her credit score from 680 to at least 720, ideally 740. Here's why this matters in real dollars. On a $240,000 FHA loan, the difference between a 680 score and a 740 score is roughly $60 to $80 per month in mortgage payments. Over 30 years, that's over $25,000. So how does Jen get there? First, she pays every single bill on time, every month, no exceptions. Payment history is 35% of her credit score. Second, she keeps her credit card balance below 10% of her limit. If her limit is $2,000, she keeps the balance under $200. Credit utilization is 30% of her score. Third, she does not open any new credit accounts for the next 18 months. No new cards, no financing anything. Every new account temporarily drops her score. If Jen does these three things consistently, she will hit 720 to 740 within 12 to 15 months. That is a better interest rate. That is thousands of dollars saved. That is worth every effort. Step 3. The student loan. Jen owes $18,000 at 6% interest. Should she pay it off before buying a home? The answer is no. And here's why. Paying off $18,000 before buying would delay Jen's home purchase by years. And during those years, home prices may keep rising while she's standing still. Instead, Jen keeps making her regular $210 monthly payments, on time every month. This actually helps her credit score and shows lenders a consistent payment history. What she does not do is take on any additional debt. No new car, no new credit card, no financing anything. Lenders calculate something called debt-to-income ratio, your monthly debt payments divided by your gross monthly income. Jen's current ratio is manageable. She just needs to keep it there. The student loan is not the enemy. Uncontrolled new debt is the enemy. So here's Jen's complete timeline. Month 1. Jen opens a high-yield savings account. She sets up an automatic transfer of $500 on payday. Done. Months 1 through 15. Jen saves $500 per month. She pays every bill on time. She keeps her credit card utilization low. She picks up one extra shift per month. Month 12. Jen's credit score hits 720 or higher. She starts researching FHA lenders and gets pre-qualified. Month 18. Jen has $13,500 saved. She is pre-approved. She starts looking at homes. Month 20 to 22. Jen buys her first home. From today to keys in hand, roughly 20 to 22 months, less than 2 years. The waitress who thought it was impossible closes on her first home before she turns 32. Here's what I want Jen and you to take away from this. Buying a home on a waitress salary is not a fantasy. It is a math problem, and math problems have solutions. Jen doesn't need a raise. She doesn't need a windfall. She doesn't need to win anything. She needs a plan, and she needs to start today. Every table she serves, every tip she pockets, every shift she picks up, it's not just income anymore. It's a down payment. It's a front door. It's a home. That changes everything about how you show up to work. So here's your challenge. What is the one financial goal you've been told is out of reach? Write it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video helped you, share it with someone who needs to believe it's possible. I'm Finn, and this is what money is really about. Next week, he's 44, works as a construction worker, and got injured on the job. His income dropped overnight. How does he protect everything he's built? Subscribe so you don't miss it.